Aloha, everybody, and welcome back to part 10 of Sonic Forces. We just blew up the Death Egg and took back a big chunk of the world for doing so. I guess it was orbiting over Africa, and now that the Death Egg's gone, that entire continent is safe. I don't know. Oh, wait. It's not Africa. Not Africa. Because as we remember from Sonic Unleashed, that entire continent is known as Missouri in Sonic's world, so yeah. Well, actually, I even have doubts about that, because the world is very strange in Sonic Forces. We never see a single human in this game aside from Dr. Eggman. You know, when Sonic goes to the city and he saves all of those civilians, they're all furry animals. And you know, furry animals have always been a part of the franchise, but we always predominantly saw humans in populated locations. You go to Station Square, it's humans. You go to, the world shown at the end of Sonic Adventure 2, when the Space Colony Ark's about to fall, it cuts to a whole bunch of humans. Sonic Unleashed, humans everywhere. But, like, nobody bats an eye at the fact that, like, okay, in the Mystic Jungle lives a purple cat named Big. Nobody bats an eye when Rouge the Bat shows up to steal the Master Emerald, and it's not like Knuckles is like, oh my god, a furry bat creature, this is so rare! No, it just seems like, okay, it's a bat, it's a girl, it's whatever, you know? So, like, Jet the Hawk and all these characters who show up in the series, they don't seem out of place because it seems like Sonic's world also has furry characters. Fine, I can accept that, but we've never really seen furry populations before this point. And I also have questions about the humans because it's like, okay, in episode Shadow, it was established that Shadow was on a special operation to infiltrate Eggman's facility and take on the Jackal Squad. Who's giving him that information? Who's giving him that command? It must be the Gun Corporation, the Gun Federation, right? But, like, where are they? When the world has been taken over by, like, Dr. Eggman, where are the gun forces? Where is the gun commander leading the charge in this big war for our survival, you know? I don't know. We never see humans in this world. It's very bizarre. It's very strange. I assume Shadow still works for Gun. I have to assume he does. Otherwise, who are he and Rouge taking orders from? Why are they on these missions? Or do they just have their own, like, special mercenary group, like Philanthropy for Metal Gear Solid 2 with Snake and Otacon? I don't know. I don't know. It's just, it's very weird that we have no humans in this game, and it's just all furry characters. I know they want to, like, emphasize that, like, your custom character is a furry, so this world must be filled with furries. Okay, fine, I get that, but it's just like, it just raises too many questions about the world of Sonic, you know? It raises too many questions. And I'm not even talking about the fact that, like, some areas look like Green Hill, and some areas look like friggin' Grand Metropolis from Sonic Heroes that's all futuristic and stuff. Hey, that's been established ages ago. I'm not questioning that. Why is one part of the world technologically advanced compared to everywhere else? I don't know, just that one city is a future city. That one city has been in the Sonic Riders games, and it was in Sonic Heroes, and I just accept that, like, there's a future city in Sonic Forces. I don't know. Either way, just keep getting more loot. Ooh, blue Sonic shoes. Blue Sonic shoes. A leopard print body skin. Oh yeah, now I could be a leopard. Not just any old cat, but a leopard cat. Anyway, those are the extra stages. Let's move on with the story. Let's actually return to the Grand Metropolis.
Mission accomplished. The Phantom Ruby signal has gotten much weaker.
This should effectively put a stop to the Doctor's greatest weapon.
The Sonics have made an opening for us. We can't just let that go to waste.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. Time to settle the score.
Now that the Phantom Ruby is out of the way, we can finally smash Eggman into an omelet.
Hey, don't count your chickens before you smash your eggs.
Rouge is right. The fact that Eggman and Infinite are still around means we can't let our guard down.
I just want everyone to get home safely, okay?
All right, fine. Everyone get your game face on. The target is Eggman at the Central Tower.
Alrighty, so we're back with Modern Sonic. Let's do this.
We're fighting to get our world back now. Don't stop, don't look back. Just focus on the task ahead no matter what. Let's do this, everyone! Charge!
Okay, so surprisingly all the red rings are on like the bottom pathways, which is very different. So if you keep screwing up those jumps, don't worry, you're heading to exactly to where the red rings are. It's all good, it's all hunky-dory.
We can capture Eggman, we win. Find out where he's at, Sonic.
We'll provide as much cover as we can.
All right, chasing Eggman is what I do best. I'll track him down in no time.
So this part right here, I'm actually not boosting until I get to the enemies, and when I do get through the enemies, I actually let go because I have seen a lot of Let's Players notoriously boost right off the track whenever it makes a turn, and then go right to their death. And yeah, that happens to me as well. One thing that's missing from modern Sonic's repertoire this time around is that he doesn't have the ability to drift. Like, you think back to, like, Speed Highway in Sonic Generations, and, like, you'd be running through these highway roads, and they would make these turns, and then you would hold the right trigger button, and Sonic would turn into a ball, and he'd like, go handle those corners impeccably well, and it was so damn fun, and you wanted more drifty-type levels like that, and even Sonic Unleashed. You know, speaking of Missouri, I just brought it up earlier in this video. You know, that whole level starts up with like this big field of you running through the grass, and you want to try and stay on the road and not run into the grass, so Sonic is drifting and he's sliding throughout the stage. I guess because the developers figured you don't really have too many opportunities to drift in this game because they don't throw a lot at you. It's very 2D game design, very linear roads and stuff. I guess they didn't want to implement a drift feature, so Sonic doesn't have that in Sonic Forces. But with this stage in particular, it probably could have helped save a lot of people some deaths when they're handling those tight corners on the road. And hi, Eggman. But yeah, there's no drift feature in Sonic Forces, which again is another reason why it just feels inferior, not nearly as interesting as Generations, and why people would rather mod and make new levels for Generations than they would with Forces, because he doesn't have a drift in Forces, so why bother? You know, just keep making new levels for Generations. Make Forces levels in Generations, modders, if you have already. I don't know. The modders who work on Sonic games are incredible. Holy God, they're incredible. Either way, folks, that was a level. And now we come to a level that pissed a lot of people off because of its opening set piece. It's time for Null Space.
Welcome, Sonic. Glad you could make it to your funeral. Infinite, do it!
Take this. What is that?
Har, har! That, my spiky little frenemy, is Null Space.
Null Space?
It's a little something that the Phantom Ruby cooked up. A closed-off space where absolutely nothing exists. Goodbye, Sonic, my soon-to-be-eradicated nemesis. Enjoy all the nothing.
Whoa!
I gotcha!
Buddy, don't! You'll be sucked in too!
I didn't think this through!
But we destroyed the Phantom Ruby's power source.
Tisk tisk. Since you always destroy the power source of my weapons, I decided to learn from my mistakes. I had a backup power source created under Metropolis.
This isn't where we were meant to end up. Let's head back. Everyone's waiting for us. Double boost! We got this! Keep it up, partner! Nothing can contain the two of us at max power, not even Null Space! Sup, everyone? I missed this place.
What happened, Sonic? You two just up and disappeared.
Nothing happened. Literally. Now let's track down Eggman.
What a way to phrase it. Nothing happened. People got so mad about the beginning of this stage, and yeah, it's 20 seconds of nothing where you always have to do it. Like, it must be annoying for speedrunners, because, like, if you're trying to get a good time and actually try and dominate the leaderboards, which are a thing with this game, you have to sit through those 20 seconds every time you retry the stage, and it's just nothing but, like, they run through a path and then they get out, and whatever. But I understand a lot of people were mad about that, not even just because of the pacing issues for, like, speedrunners or replaying the stage or whatever, but because, oh, Sonic was put into an impossible-to-escape situation, and then they just double boost and got out of it instantly. And that's it. You know? There's no dramatic flair or anything. You would think they would make an entire stage in Null Space Because, like, you know, Sonic Generations' entire plot was that Sonic was just running around these old timelines in order to restore the timeline. He just ran through areas and then the world got fixed, you know? And that's fine, because Generations wasn't big on plot, and it doesn't matter. It's a video game, for God's sake. I just want to run through City Escape and Crisis City again. But, you know, with this stage, it's like, oh my god, they immediately got out instantly. But I'm just like, you know, the whole point is that Sonic got out because he had the superpower of teamwork. You know, you can do anything when you have your friends. Also, some people like to forget that the rookie actually has a prototype Phantom Ruby, and I'd like to hope that that had something to do with it, but whatever. This stage is fine. Throughout the duration of it, they're actually playing Fist Bump as the stage theme, which is fantastic. Fist Bump is my kind of cheese, man. I know some people hate the song. I'm just like, no, that's my Sonic cheese. That's the Sonic cheese I want in these games. I love Fist Bump. It's so dumb. Fist Bump is good stuff. Fist Bump is good stuff. And, those levels are okay. Those levels are fine. Again, I have to agree, I don't like the Null Space section taking up the first 20 seconds of the stage, because every time you replay the stage, if you want to just replay it, you're always having like a 20-second dead zone of nothing. And that's not a problem with Rooftop Run Act 2 and Sonic Generations, you know what I mean? That's just why I prefer Generations levels way more.
Excuse me, boss? It can't be! It's impossible to get under the Phantom Ruby's Null Space!
Hey, buddy.
Well, maybe by myself, but I had a little help from my friend. Something you wouldn't understand since you don't have any friends.
This changes nothing. Dr. Eggman will still have the last laugh.
Maybe he'd have more friends if he didn't talk about himself in the third person.
Clement agrees. Oh, wait. I felt so bad for Orbot and Cubot during that cutscene. Because, like, okay, Eggman slaps Orbot once, he slaps him a second time, and then he raises the dome over his Eggmobile, and Orbot gets flung right off. And Orbot, feeling embarrassed, or feeling like he has to share the pain or something, he turns to Cubot and he fucking slaps him upside the head. So both of them got slapped around for no good reason, and I was just like, oh, poor Orbot and Cubot. Oh, that's horrible. Either way, folks, we have one last secret stage to do now that we've taken back Grand Metropolis, and I figured I'd use the Cube Wespon this time around, because I haven't really shown it off yet. And yeah, you slam the ground and everything on screen gets turned into a cube, and if you slam again, they get destroyed and they get out of your way. Although when they are a cube, you can just run through them. You don't actually have to slam them with the hammer again. But it's just a nice way to screen nuke everything that's on screen. So yeah. Otherwise, it has very short range, and when it comes to bosses, you'll have to get up close and personal in order to damage them. But look at this stuff! Ain't that cool? I like that. I like that. So the cube weapon, sorry, the cube Wespon, whatever you want to call it, is pretty fun, pretty neat. And, yeah, that's all the secret stages. Sonic and the Secret Stages. Much better than Sonic and the Secret Rings. For clearing this stage, we get a new Wispon, something that some people don't know that you can get before the next stage, and that is the Hover Wispon. And you can bet that I'm going to be using it in the next stage because it's going to trivialize it so much. And, hell yeah. Either way, folks, we're heading to the final zone. We're heading to the end of Sonic Forces. We're heading to Eggman's Fortress. And we're going to settle things once and for all. But you know, Fist Bump played throughout that last stage. Fist Bump played throughout Null Space, and it's fantastic. It's going to play again during the credits, but I want to give my final thoughts on the game during the credits. So, figured I'd play it now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main theme of Sonic Forces. This is Fist Bump.
This alone, even though I am strong, need something more than me.
someone to push me to victory. Let's see what we can do together, me and you. Can't be afraid to try. Kiss your fears goodbye. No looking back. You and I were on the attack. Full speed ahead, running to the sunset. Such a different feeling. Both of us believing we can make it better. Together we can show the world what we can do. You are next to me and I'm next to you. Push me on through until the battle's won. No one's gonna give nothing to us. Into each other we put our trust. Standing united after the fight. All alone we will never be. The two of us are holding the key. We see today a world we couldn't see. Before I say goodbye to you, one more last fist bump. I know you have been afraid before, but you don't have to be anymore. No more emptiness to feel inside. When we run together, no one can break up our stride. No looking back. You and I were on the attack. Full speed ahead, running to the sunset. Such a different feeling. Both of us believing we can make it better. Together we can show the world what we can do. You are next to me and I'm next to you. Push me on through until the battle's won. No one's gonna give something to us. Into each other we put our trust. Standing united after the fight is done. We can show the world what we can do. You are next to me and I'm next to you. Pushing on through until the battle